Welcome everyone, and here is the next tutorial from Serena. Last time we were making gorgeous connectors from copper wire, and that's how I patinated them. So now the metal covered with the brown color patina, and now I'm gonna explain you how I did it. So here's the bracelet from the second tutorial. It's already ready and polished. You see that the copper changed the color and now it shines like a rose color, similar to rose gold color. And the look now is a bit antique and more fashionable. So now let's speak about our connectors. And they're already ready to be polished, and I was patinated them around maybe 5 hours in a glass jar. So you see the difference. This one is shining and our connectors are still black, and you now see the color difference. So now I'm gonna explain you how to make them the color voluble. I mean the more precious and a little bit 3D effect. So here I have ammonium. This is ordinary pharmacy stuff. Have no idea where you get it in your country, if it's available. So it's chemicals used in the pharmacy. And this is a glass jar with the cotton wool inside and some ammonium also, and I have a top on the glass jar which covers and closes and protects the ammonium, so it's no smell comes when you just cover the glass jar. So this is another top, just I took it, and you will have 2 of them. One is for keeping ammonium and the second one is for patination. Now look what I've done. I made the hole inside. You see that? So use something sharp and round. Don't use knife to make a hole. Just a sharp tool and make a hole, not big hole, and put a thick wire around 1.5 and 2 millimeters. Make some loops on the top and just put a wire inside and make a hook from opposite side here. So you will use this interesting object for a long time. I am not throwing it away. For around a year I'm using it, and you see that how comfortable, even for 2 or 3 jewelries. And that's how it will look like inside of the jar. So it's the easiest way for fixation you can do by your own hands. Just a little hole and a small piece of wire. Now look at my glass jar and how I'm doing that. 2 simple actions. Just open the top. Now the lid is open, and now I'm changing it and leave it like this for a few hours. Just watch your jewelry when it's become dark brown color, so it means it's ready. You see that the ammonium gets condensation on the glass because ammonium is steaming a bit, and this steam is rather toxic, so be careful about when you open the jar. Just try to not breathe. When I'm patinating the big jewelry, I'm using another jar, a bit bigger, around 2 liters. This was an ordinary jar. I don't remember where I got it. Something from the market. Maybe it was from tomatoes or something from any conservation. And just a plastic lid on the top, and that's it. And that's how you're gonna keep this jar. Don't throw it away. so you will use it for a long time. Then just put it in plastic bags and cover it. And now that's how you're gonna keep it. Why in the pack? Ammonium won't get through the top, so it won't be smelly. But if something happens, like your child or maybe your dog just breaks it, all the pieces of glass will stay here. So what you need to do is just take it and throw it away together with the plastic bag, and just very quickly open all windows and leave the house, because ammonium is really toxic and some people have a strong allergy. Maybe you also have, but you don't know. Also, it can cause many consequences, like swelling, when some people have allergy on this component, chemical components. So then when you take out your jewelry, you need to wait around half an hour. Wait up till the patina gets thrown on the surface of copper. So that's what we use for copper oxidation, just to make it dark and change its color. Slowly, but the ammonium, it's steaming and it disappears, and you will see that your jewelry is not getting brown. So just add some ammonium in the jar, maybe 1 big spoon or 2 big spoons, and it's rather economical way. If you have access to this simple chemical, it will be great for patination. So now what we need to have here to polish our jewelry, this is ordinary machine oil and this small textile cotton, and this is what we call in Russia pasta goy. This is very rough piece, can be any color, maybe greenish or reddish, doesn't matter. If you are from the US or Europe, there are many special pastes for polishing, but they are much more expensive. And if you have friends in Russia or Ukraine, just ask them to send you this paste, because it can be used for 2 or 3 years, this one piece, and it costs really cheap, around $1. The process is a little bit more longer when you use this paste, but it's much more economical and also very simple to use. Just you put some oil on the textile, so a little bit, not much. And now you need to make a surface of this green piece, make it a little bit softer, and the paste turns a bit softer, and it covers the textile and it becomes green. You see that my one is already everywhere green. I already use it many times, so that's why. So when you feel that it becomes a bit softer and your textile is full of, so now you need to polish. Very simple actions. By the way, some people have special machines, and I also have, but I don't like it. I prefer to feel with my fingers where I should polish more, and also you can reach any place of jewelry where the machine cannot get. So just keep on polishing. It takes a while, but I like the result, and also it's really cheap, and you just bought this piece once and you use it for two years or more. Not like you buy in the tubes like a cream or something, which is finishing very quickly and costs much more. This GOE paste is on sale in the shops when they sell the stuffs for cars or metallical stuff. So I bought it in the car shop where people sell car stuff. So and the result is very good. The only problem is that the color is really strong and you have to wash your fingers with lots of soap just to remove the green color from your fingers or your nails. There are many of them in sale in the net, and also the color doesn't mean anything. It can be greenish, or I've seen the blue one, the red one. Polishing takes a while, especially the twisted places, like our frame, where you're making winding. So just keep on going. My hand and my fingers works in the same destination as the wire goes. So I mean that if the wire goes from left to the right, you do the same actions and the process gets much more quicker. When you see that the metal starts shining and the color is changing to rose, you can move to the other part of jewelry. By the way, when your jewelry gets old and copper is very interesting metal, which looks lovely in any color, in reddish, in pinkish or orange, whatever you make, it looks beautiful. But if you want to keep the color the same, you need to polish it sometimes in the same way. But just if you want to renew the color, just you make some actions on the top, just a little bit of paste, and the color renewing again, it will be rose color. Silver plated crafts also gets dark, but copper gets dark much quicker than silver. Even if you keep it in the closed box, away from the straight sunshine, away from the damp air, anyway it will get darker. So just sometimes you will have to polish it again. And inform about it your customer, so they have to know how to take care of this copper jewelry. Also, this paste is good to polish the golden rings, golden jewelry, silver jewelry, any metal. So you see that the wires go from down to up. So I make the same actions. I'm not moving from left to the right. I am moving on the way of the wire itself, and the wire becomes shining much quicker. So now I finished. at last. So I've shown you all the process from the beginning to the end. So this is the ready result, and now I just put some soup for dishes on the sponge and a little bit washing my fingers. And now I just washed our jewelry with the sponge in the same way as you are washing your dishes. Don't press too hard. Our aim is to remove the paste from the jewelry, not to polish it, no, nothing at all, just wash it. And now you see that the color is changing. It becomes more shining, more sparkling. And this is a very quick to do. So here we are, and now I wash it in the water. And using the soft towel just to remove the water from the stone and wire. Don't be afraid of corrosion, by the way, about the about the metal. So just a little bit shaking it to remove the drops of water underneath the frame and curls. Don't be afraid, the water won't damage the copper. So each time you're polishing your old jewelry, then wash it after all, and that's it. And it's gonna be like a new. So that's what we have. You see that the curls looks absolutely different. So for me, each time the curls is a surprise. I don't know how it's gonna look like after polishing. So you see the color difference. So you see that how they're shining. I like I like how the frame shines in this zigzag ornament. People who never seen such a jewelry, they think that they would never believe that it was made from the wire, from twisted wire. It looks like professional jewelry from the shop, and very antique look. So that's how I'm doing that. And I already patinated some other jewelry, so you see the color. Looks very interesting. So hopefully this video was useful for you. Just try to do it at home, and I'm sure that you will be very satisfied about result. Okay, that was the video from Serena. Just give me some thumbs ups, and see you next time when we will make beads from these lovely connectors. Cheers!